Okay, so today, so recently I have a lot of plans recently, and so far I have been struggling a lot more with my own limiting beliefs, right? And one of my current limiting beliefs that I normally have at this moment is the fact that, like, my current limiting beliefs that I often struggle from this time to time is mostly the fact that I just don't have enough of that life experience that I have. Like, my life isn't really as that special as what I see from most people that I see on Instagram or that I see on YouTube or that I often see in most of my friends. Because, like, most of the people that I often see these days, whether it's on social media, whether it's on Instagram, like, I often see these guys often have like the best life experience that they actually have, where they actually truly go out partying and they end up having the best life that they actually have, and they often go out like outside of the country or outside of any state, and it looks nice. I've always wanted to live this kind of life, where I actually want to live this kind of like party life and actually talk more about my own experiences. And another limiting belief that I also have is that I just don't feel like I'm able to actually, treat something that I actually like doing for a living. Like, I just don't think I'm able to actually do like the whole personal brand stuff on Twitter and like the whole YouTube stuff. Like, I just don't think I'm going to be able to do these things for a living. And that's also one of the biggest limiting beliefs that I've always had, because of the fact that I've often been influenced by so many YouTubers that are saying that, oh yeah, you shouldn't monetize your passion because, following your passion is for brokies. It keeps you poor and all that stuff. And the thing is, I kind of disagree with that, because I do believe that you should always do what you love, but at the same time, you have to be focusing a lot more on practicality first. Because the truth is, if you think about these people, like, how the fuck are they actually really good at what they do, right? How are these guys really good at what they do, whilst even though they're telling us to not ever follow their passions, right? Like, they should actually do what they like something that's based upon their own strengths, right? And that's the reason why I solely focus a lot more on growing my personal brand on Twitter rather than on Instagram. Because when it comes to Twitter, it's mostly the fact that I have a lot of strengths in there, because I have a lot of strength when it comes to speaking and when it comes to writing, and as well I have a really good network that I actually want to build. Like, I fucking love the network that I often see on Twitter, and they're fucking good people, honestly. Like, I really love the people there than like the people I often see on Instagram. Because when it comes to Instagram, like, I get a bunch of those dopamine shit and this and that, and when it comes to Twitter, like, you can write about things that you cannot shut up about, honestly. Like, this is why I fucking love X or Twitter, right? It's just so cool. And I remember I deleted my Twitter account like back like at the late of 2023 or at the summer 2023, so to actually rebrand it again. And recently, like, I've been making so much progress when it comes to writing, and writing has been the best skill that everyone needs to learn more about. Writing, speaking, marketing, sales. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking amazing, and I'm literally making so much progress towards actually growing my own personal brand. And then later on, think about, like, I don't know if I ever want to sell myself a product or anything like that, but I kind of want to build my own community, and I actually want to sell my own build my own personal brand, because I love like just showing myself on the media. And I believe that everyone's gonna need to use social media these days, even if you don't have like the craziest life experience, even though you haven't traveled to anywhere special, whether it's in Dubai or Thailand or Bali. Like, if you ever never traveled to these places, like, at the same time, you can still be able to make money, from what I can tell, right? And that's what I used to believe. Like, I used to believe that if I don't have these craziest life experience, if I don't have that much of a big social group, and if I never got to the point of actually ever wanting to get in a relationship, or if I've never even partied in high school, does that mean that I can't make money at all, right? And I do believe that there's so many guys who just don't have the craziest life that they've always had, and they're still able to make millions and millions of dollars, right? And they're able to make a lot of money. So if these people can do it, then why can't I, right? So that's the biggest reasons, like, why I wanted to talk about this. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, everybody else has their own problems, but everybody else has the same principles, right? And that means that I could actually start building right now. And I don't have to be in a season of going into a social life season, because yeah, you do have to have some sort of life experience and this and that, and oh yeah, money will flow, but you don't have to have the craziest life experiences. Like, you have to understand that you're not gifted, right? Status is not meant to be given, it's meant to be earned. So understand that, because that's the problem I see in most of these people. Like, you're not gifted, you're not gifted, you're not this, you're not that. Everything has to be earned, right? Status is not meant to be given, it has to be earned. And the same applies with respect. The same applies with things that basically kind of attracts us, right? And that's why at the same time, like, I remember I even went to Tinder one time, and it's fucking annoying, bro. It's such a distraction, because the truth is, it's not really tied to my current season right now. Like, you have to understand, like, there's basically seasons of monk mode, and there's actually seasons of solid, like, monk mode, and there's basically a season of social season, right? And I'm starting to realize that monk mode has been really well so far. It wasn't even as bad as you think. Why? Because the truth is, I'm not in a season of actually going out much. I'm not in a season of, like, chasing women or doing this or doing that, because the truth is, like, I haven't done anything in my life. I haven't done shit in my life. I haven't done anything special. I never even went to a football game in high school. I've never even partied. I never even went to prom, right? So at the same time, I basically sacrificed my teens to just focus on building myself, getting in shape, trying to make money online, as well trying to meet a community of like-minded individuals, and as well network with very successful people. And that's always something I've always wanted, and maybe you should also do the same as well. So yeah, and as well, like, Twitter is a fucking gold mine when it comes to like wanting to make money online, because I've seen so many people like on Twitter these days, they often make a fuck ton of money, and honestly, maybe I could do something like that, make money from something that I actually love doing. So yeah.